Hello and welcome back to the Tuesday Checklist, where this week we've been playing Wolfenstein Youngblood, a co-op twist on the classic Nazi shooting formula. This got us thinking about who we'd pick, and we're opening up the field to any video game character to be our real-life co-op partner. The scenario is this: you have to infiltrate a warehouse, steal a MacGuffin, and get back out. Also, there are guards. Who's going with you? Before we start, don't forget to click that notification bell so you always know when a new Tuesday checklist goes live. Okay, Rosie, you're up first. Go, go, go.
So if I was in, let's say, a creepy warehouse and there was a bunch of guards who were all looking out for just that little criminal to get me, I was thinking about this for quite a bit of time, and I thought, I'm going to pick something that none of you are going to pick. And I've gone with a member of the Cooper gang from Sly Cooper. But it's not the main man himself. I thought, no, I'm not going with Sly because...
Is it Bentley?
It is Bentley.
Yeah, of course it is.
I was going to do Murray, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, Bentley or Murray. And I was like, if, let's say, this warehouse has high-tech equipment and it needs hacking, I don't know anything about that. Like, I mean, I feel guilty, like, putting in, misspelling my name on a website or anything like that. I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to hack a computer or the security cameras or anything. And I thought, whereas Murray would be great, because if anyone caused any trouble with me, he'd just come in and go... I was like, I need someone who can defend themselves a bit, because in Sly Cooper 3, Bentley's got a wheelchair which comes with bombs and like lasers and all these gadgets, and can also hack things. And if anything, let's say we've got like the communication goggles and things like that, I need someone who'll be able to talk to me and know if that breaks, they'll be able to fix it. And I don't think Murray would be able to fix it. So that's why I've gone with Bentley. And he's just such a happy guy, bless him. He'll be like serious, and also he'll have like the goal in mind, and he knows the plan. He's the one who sort of planned it out. Basically, I'll be the Sly Cooper in the situation. So the way I picture it is I'll be the one sneaking around doing all the awesome like acrobatic jumps, which I can now do. And I'll be the one who's like really slick. And then Bentley will be the one who gives me the backup. He's keeping an eye out for me. He'll be able to open the warehouse doors and everything, and if trouble then does arise, he can just put some guards to sleep if I don't fancy doing it. And I just think he'll be...
How's he gonna do that?
Well, he's got like tranquilizer darts in his goggles. Okay. So in the third...
How do you not know that?
You're a PlayStation fan.
Yeah.
So you're going stealth, right?
Yes, so I'm the one going stealth, so I'm gonna try not to cause any alarm. Because if I took Murray in with me, he'd definitely just go in all brute. And then that would just be like a massive battle, and someone would definitely hear us, and alarms would be going off, and then we'd be under time pressure, and it'd just be very stressful. So I'm going for like the whole stealth approach where no one knows that we're there. Like maybe I can, if there are evil bodyguards, and let's say I'm feeling like a thief, I could pick their pockets and maybe get like a pack of gum or something, and it would be great. And then we can just
Sorry, why do you want the gum?
I don't know, I don't want to steal money because that's mean. So I was like, what else would someone have in a pocket? I was like, oh, pack of gum.
Okay.
But yeah, so if I went into robbing a warehouse and I could pick a character to come in with me, I've decided to go with the good old companion and loyal friend, Bentley.
I've decided that my co-op partner will be the scavenger from the Swapper. Do you guys know what the Swapper is?
No, I haven't.
No.
The Swapper is a very, very cool side-scrolling like indie game, puzzler, where you get a device called the Swapper, and it allows you to create 4 clones of yourself, which exist. You can kind of project where they're going to materialize, and then you make them, and you can sometimes put them on levels above you or below you, and whatever kind of distance and orientation they are from you, they are subject to the laws of physics. So if something else interacts with them, gravity or another thing within the level, they will move, but otherwise they are in a fixed distance and from you, and they move in sync with you. So that could be fun. I don't know if this warehouse, it sounds quite bland, but like I don't know if it's designed with that mechanic in mind, because the Swapper is like...
Oh yeah, no, it was specifically designed around the Swapper, don't worry.
With the 4 different versions of Nathan.
So when you move, do they move in the same... Let's say you're running forward, or like, and when you jump, do all of the others jump?
Unless something stops them from jumping, which sometimes you need to keep them at a certain... because you deliberately block them so that they won't jump, and then everyone else is on a different level. So there's like loads of different ways of pulling out where they are. But I don't think that's going to be important in Rob's warehouse.
Well, I mean, you could have one of your clones just running into a wall constantly, and then a guard might spot him, and then...
For distractions, I know,
Okay,
exactly, yeah, like the hero from Apex Legends. No, I did think this. So there's loads of different ways you could use it. Yeah, there would be good distractions, and also once the clones, because the other thing about the swapper is, it also enables you at a certain point in the game to swap your consciousness between any one of the clones, and then the ones that die, it becomes kind of, like, by the end of it, you're kind of like, this is ethically dubious, and also, am I any of these people? It is like the Prestige. The other thing about the swapper is that there is like a series of ancient, probably sentient telepathic rocks, which are there as well. But that isn't going to be important in the warehouse. But the ability to swap your consciousness... you haven't filled out the details.
The warehouse adapts depending on the
on who goes in. It's like the room of requirement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's Dracula's castle.
The warehouse of requirement.
The warehouse of requirement. So being able to swap your consciousness between your clones means that you can let some of them, you deliberately sacrifice some of them sometimes. So my general approach is going to be stealthy and weird, but I guess once one of them gets shot, maybe they'll think I'm dead and it'll be fine. The other thing is, once you have the swapping tool, you can swap your consciousness with anybody. So I could just swap my consciousness with a guard. Basically, I'm going to have superpowers. I can make 4 different versions of myself. They can all do the same thing at the same time. They can jump. 4 of them are completely sacrificable, so I can use them as distractions. And also I can just swap into the nearest human being and then take their body. And then I guess it could be quite difficult to get back into my body, because at that point I'd have dropped the swapping tool.
I've decided some rules for this warehouse one. So first of all, I'm going to equip myself with weapons from games. So I've picked, first of all, the Scorn Axe from Diablo. I was going to go Leviathan Axe. I know that's what you were all expecting.
It was.
But I decided that I'm not sure if I'm magic enough to call it back. I don't know whether that's a Kratos thing, and I don't want to throw it and then be like...
You can decide.
But the Scorn Axe from Diablo is one of my favourite axes. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's amazing. It's got like
a video at some point. Sorry, my favourite axes in a video game.
Yeah, it will be about 17 hours long, but yes. But so the weapons in Diablo are awesome because they're like as big as you, which is already amazing. So I'm like a big barbarian in that, and the weapons are just like, if you have a sword, it's literally like this wide. So you're just like, which is amazing. I assume I'm really strong. I'm a barbarian. So the Scorn Axe is a huge axe, and it like glows red and has like red coming off it. And it has like a big skull, like a life-size skull right in the middle of it. Oh, it's just amazing. So I've taken that for kind of my own enjoyment and intimidation. Just if things go wrong, I want the last thing I see to be that axe. So I just, so that's kind of for me and to scare people because it looks intimidating. I'm also taking the Mastiff from Apex Legends because that's amazing and it's so fun to shoot people with. So I figured like that's, because I'm somebody that likes to be close quarters, in case you hadn't guessed, I'm not going stealth. I would like to be able to blow people away. And then my companion is Captain Price.
Oh, Moustache Man!
Yeah, mustache. First of all, I just figured he has the mustache. I could just send him in and they'll be like, oh, look at that mustache. And then I could just sneak around the back whilst they're admiring how glorious it is. I'm going not young Captain Price, even though he's very handsome, but I just like original Captain Price. And basically because I think that he is really good when things go horribly wrong. So, as in every Modern Warfare game, you go in, things go terribly wrong, and he's just there with some good, like, British quips. And just,
dour.
yeah, exactly. And he's like, this is fine. Like he says at the beginning of one, like, oh, we've got 15,000 nukes and a civil war. It's just another day at the office.
Right.
And I'm like, this is the attitude I need because I'm gonna mess things up. I'm not going stealthy. I'm just gonna run in, axe in one hand, Mastiff with the other, which I'm gonna struggle with, but it's gonna be fine. I think I can pull it off. And so I need somebody else there who can just clean my mess up because I don't intend to.
So he's just moral support.
He's kind of, yeah, mustache support, moral support, and also somebody who I know is actually good at their job because, like as I said, I plan to fire a shotgun with one hand and have like an axe as big as me in the other hand. So this could go horribly wrong almost instantly. So I'm like, I need someone there who can actually be like, you just sit down and I'll go and do this. Because that's what he's like. He's just really like, matter of fact, get on with it, really good at his job. It doesn't matter if things go wrong or he gets betrayed, like he's gonna finish the job. And so that's what I need because I am very much just run in, shoot the first guard I see who else comes out, and then just run around like swinging an axe. And that will be my plan. And so he probably, as well, I haven't looked at any maps, I've not looked at any blueprints, I don't know where the MacGuffin is. So he has probably studied it and knows exactly where. So I'll be running around and he'll just calmly walk in.
You just said, so you said that he doesn't mind if he's betrayed, but what if he betrays you?
How dare you?
What
Sophie?
if
How
is it
dare
an
you? Price would never betray me. This is outrageous.
Scary axe.
Yeah, well, first of all, that's what the axe is for. No one's betraying you after they've seen the scorn axe. And yeah, I mean, frankly, I'm insulted that you've even asked that question.
I don't know
Rosie.
who Price what he's like. That's why I was like, is it an option that
He's the greatest man alive. The most loyal.
Is that your co-op
dare
mission, Dad?
you?
You know.
Oh my god, he sounds like the best co-op mission dad.
Yeah. And so I feel like because I'm just going to be messy and nightmarish and I'm going to go in absolutely bonkers, I need him there as a much more sensible option to, you know, maybe take the axe out of my hand when it's no longer helpful and just be like, calm down now.
Yeah,
like,
I like it.
let's do this properly. And if at any point I do have to do stealth, I will just send him. Because obviously when he did all goodied up, he was really good at that. So yeah, so he can, if there is a corridor that I need to sneak down, I'll just wait at one end of my axe until he's cleared it. And then I'll run down it.
He's got that co-op experience.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like I know he's a good partner.
This is a good choice.
Yeah.
So, my co-op partner for a mission involving infiltrating a warehouse, stealing a MacGuffin and getting out again would
With guards.
obviously, it would be Solid Snake, right? That would be the obvious answer.
I'd assume.
I was gonna say, what's the twist?
And that would be what everyone would assume. But then, like, I figured if he's my co-op partner in that mission, what am I actually doing? Am I just on the codec? Like, why do I even need to be there if I'm sending Snake in to sneak through the warehouse, past the guards, steal the thing, get out again? Like, you know, Elle, you're smashing everything up. Rosie, you've got Bentley doing all his technical things. Nath, I can't remember what you had, the swapper
Thanks, man.
weapon.
This was minutes
Just
ago.
a fun swapper.
You got your 4 clones, I'm Sly Cooper, and Elle's got an axe.
Do you know
Nate
what?
just picked himself.
I picked
4
a
times. 4 of me.
No better crew.
bit- Anyway, Rob, continue.
So I figured, like, you know, maybe Solid Snake wouldn't be my co-op partner if I am actually going to have to, if I'm the one who has to actually get the thing, which video game character would I like to be there helping me do it? And a fun answer I've come up with is Sans from Undertale. I don't know if any of you know about Sans from Undertale.
God.
But Sans is like, he's hilariously funny, right? And I think he would disarm the guards with his just bizarre humour. Firstly, he'd walk in and they'd be like, what is that weird little skeleton boy? What is that? And why is he here? And he would come out with all his hilarious puns that he constantly drops in Undertale. Like, yeah, and that you do a good impression of his noise.
I've played Undertale for many hours.
Yeah, and he does like, oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. That game is like hilarious, and it's disarmingly hilarious. So I feel, you know, I wanted to get annoyed with Sans when I was playing Undertale. I wanted to be like, get on with it. I just want to get through the game. But him and his brother, what's his brother called?
Papyrus.
Papyrus, yeah. Those two together are just, it's so funny the way they play with video game tropes and sort of like flip them on their head to comic effect is amazing. Like, there's a bit you go through where they're controlling this bridge puzzle and they explain it in great detail. They're like, if you step on a yellow block, it does this. If you step on a blue block, that's fine. If you step on a red block, you have to move 3 steps back, and they like hit a randomizer button to make all the blocks random on the bridge, and it's just blue blocks the whole way through. Which means you can basically just walk across unharmed, and they're just looking at each other like, oh my god. So I figured I'd send Sand, and maybe Papyrus too. I'd send them in as a double act. They go in there, make lots of hilarious skeleton-related puns and jokes, whilst I just walk through, grab the MacGuffin and get out. But if things do go bad, like if I get spotted or anything goes wrong,
They're gonna have a bad time.
they're going to have a bad time because Sans is unbelievably powerful. Like, I've not actually fought him. I've not beaten him.
I
but
haven't
like,
beaten
if
Genocide
he's
Mode
like,
either. He's-
you to even fight him, you have to do this thing called a genocide run-in, which is basically kill every single monster you encounter in Undertale. And the whole point of Undertale is you're not supposed to fight things, you're just supposed to compliment monsters to death. like, oh, nice hat, and then they leave you alone. But if you kill every monster, Sans is very unhappy about this, and he fights you, and he's like the secret boss of that route through the game, and it's unbelievably difficult, like absurd. So I figure, like, if things needed to get heated, Sans would just kick everyone's ass. Because despite the fact he's this tiny little skeleton boy, he's incredibly powerful, and I can't think of any other character I'd rather have on my side in a fight. I mean, you know, the obvious ones, Kratos, Snake, Dante, with their, but Sans is there with his ridiculous lasers and everything he pulls out against you. You got no chance. You got no chance.
The thing, as soon as that blue eye pops up and you hear the song go da 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 da, you know that that's it. It's just gonna get horrible from there.
Yeah.
But what if you have to? What if you get entangled with a guard whilst you're in the warehouse?
Yeah.
And you have to kill them, and he sees. Because
He'll just laugh
you
at
are
you.
not going to be
Yeah, but
complimenting people in this scenario.
I would be though, because
Yeah.
when Sans comes in, the warehouse becomes Undertale.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sorry, I forgot
if
that.
I'm,
Turns
those are
into
the rules. If I'm encountering a guard,
I've forgotten this is Rob's scenario.
I will find the talk option that makes
Yeah.
the guard go away.
Okay.
Oh, I like your gun today. That's a very nice gun you got there. And he's like, the guard was pleased with this. So done. So the obvious choice would be Solid Snake, but the fun choice would be Sans from Undertale.
I thought you were going to say someone else from that series, like the Major, and then you'll be Snake. But no.
The Major.
Was it the Major? I've forgotten everything about
Major
it.
Zero.
Yes.
I love how you did the voice as well. Major Zero.
Major Zero.
I thought, you know, he would.
Did
be
you ever
the
see the movie
The Great Escape?
Groundhog Day?
Rosie, can you tell me, a huge PlayStation fan, what kind of creature Bentley is, please?
He's a turtle.
Right.
So, or a turtle.
You should have just shut up, Nathan.
And Murray?
And not even asked that.
And what about Murray? The
He's a
one that you're
hippo.
not- And he's a hippo.
Yes.
Right.
Shouldn't have told him, Rosie.
Right.
Yeah.
I have played the Spyro games. I just can't remember which.
They're
one
not
it's
Spyro with
Oh
slime.
my God,
Oh,
you
sorry.
don't
No,
know.
just Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper.
Nathan
I'm
is
sorry. I'm sorry.
cancelled. Nathan is just
Cancel
cancelled.
culture means I'm probably
Cancelled.
back.
Boot you off the channel, please.
Yeah.
My inner self right now. Oh.
And Nathan is cancelled. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let us know who you'd pick as your real-life co-op partner in the comments. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and click the notification bell so you always know when a new Tuesday checklist goes live. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.
For the players.